Bottom Up releases a man size in the Volup swimmer, a brand new bluegill bait concept from Raid Japan, and the next limited edition Respect Series color drop from Megabass is here. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle. Welcome to the Hookup Tackle.
Oh, what a stud.
Yeah. Look at that.
That was sick.
Cheers, my friends. Happy Sunday.
All right, guys, some breaking news.
What's new this week at the Hookup Tackle?
What a beautiful post-spawn fish.
Look at that.
Look at that gut on that. That's a nice fish.
Welcome back, my friends. I am Ben with the Hookup Tackle, the Tackle Otaku on Instagram, being joined this beautiful Sunday morning by my buddy Jeffrey the King. Jeff, long time no see there, my
Yeah,
friend.
it's been a really long time, actually.
We just got back yesterday, actually, from a couple-week stint in Japan, bringing back some really super dope stuff for you guys. Excited to share what is on the horizon with you guys. So thank you for your support and being very kind to Griff last week. Good job, Griff. Wherever he is, he doesn't. Who knows where he is. By the way, no Orion this week because apparently all my staff drank it while I was gone. Didn't think I needed to stop to get it. I'm not very happy, but you know,
That's crazy.
I really kind of need it. I've got this like
gonna say.
congestion.
Oh.
It hasn't gone away since the plane.
Oh, no.
Plane, congestion,
Ew.
forever.
Yeah.
And I'm allergic to Arizona.
Yeah.
Need to go back. So, no beer. I'm just gonna talk about tackle. So, cheers. I'm gonna fist pump you guys. I don't even have any like off-brand beer
That's
to drink.
bad.
This is terrible. There's got to be something. I can't go a whole thing. Hold on. All right, Jeff. I almost feel complete. It's better.
The hell
it's
is that?
it's a Yangling.
Who?
It's the American version of Orion.
I've never seen that before in my entire life.
Yeah, that's because you've never drank it.
I can't
Delicious
imagine
beer.
what it tastes like.
You want a swig?
No.
You want your own?
No.
Hmm?
I already hit my quota.
Hmm.
I hit my quota?
You did drink one day
A
in
lot.
Japan. Cheers, my friends. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are doing amazing. All right, let's get to some tackle, shall we? All right, let's jump right in. The next limited edition Respect Series color drop is here from Megabass. This is one that a lot of you guys have really highly been anticipating. I'm excited to bring this color. Before I spoil it, Jeff, do your magic as usual and show us this beautiful color. Take it away. All right, good job, dude. Here it is.
It's
What do you?
upside down.
I'm rusty. It's been a week. Here we go. The next limited edition Respect Series drop is GP Phantom. Now this is a really, really nice color. Basically a ghost minnow type color with some kind of phantom bars on it. So it's going to be a great all-around minnow pattern. This could be a baby bluegill, a little perch. It could be, you know, a baby shad. It could basically be anything that's in the water column. You've got that nice kind of pearl belly, the transparent sides with those kind of pearly phantom stripes, and then that kind of brown back. So super natural color. It's going to be amazing in clear water type conditions. This was a color that Megabass originally did in the late 90s in the Giant Dog X, and has been, you know, kind of one of those hush hush colors. This is the first time that it's been made in most of these baits, so it's going to be highly collectible, but incredibly highly usable as well. So let's run through the baits. Obviously it is available in the Etovision 110 that I'm holding, so it's going to be available in that. To Griff's Rejoicing, it will also be in an I-Wing 135. Looks pretty dope in the I-Wing. It is going to be in the Shadding X R62. So this is the new Shadding X. Pretty cool that they're including in that. Supernatural looking there. The Live X Revenge, of course. The Live X Model 1 LBO. The 110 Junior. The Giant Dog X. The X Nanahan. Looks disgusting in the X Nanahan. The Vibration X Dyna. Also looks disgusting in that little guy. The SRX Quiet Griffin. And then of course in the Pop X and the Pop Max as well. Let's take out the Pop Max just because. Oh yeah. That looks dope. Okay. Every time. All right, and then there's the Pop Max as well. So super killer color. Again, if you guys are fishing anywhere in clear water, this should be a great addition to your lineup. Those stripes do kind of have that kind of color shift, almost like that IL paint as well. So very natural, very cool color from Megabass. That's GP Phantom. That is available while supplies last right now. All right, Jeff, staying in Megabass for a minute, just because I'd like to take this jacket off. Could have used this jacket last week, but now that I'm back here in Arizona, I'd like to go back to my shorts and t-shirt. Right. This is the new Megabass Wilderness Jacket, finally available here stateside. Really excited for this one. 4 colors, I'm gonna walk you through it. So essentially this is kind of a windbreaker style jacket. I would call it like a very light soft shell, but really more kind of just a windbreaker. Designed to be extremely highly water resistant, wind resistant. Does a really good job of evaporating your sweat. I've been wearing it for several hours just trying to see how cool it can keep me. I'm doing pretty good. It's a 3-layer Breathe Flex fabric. It's all taped on the inside. So all the seams are taped inside. There's internal pockets. You've got lots of external waterproof pockets as well. Velcroed cuffs. Every color is gonna have different hits. So the yellow has this Megabass on the side. The black has some cool writing down the sleeve on it. So each one is slightly different. 4 colors, so there is a black, there is the yellow that I'm wearing. When I first saw purple, I thought purple, nobody cares about purple, but this is kind of a super dirty purple. So this was the one everybody in the shop was excited for. So there's a purple as well, yellow that I have on, and then there's a hot pepper, which is pretty cool, kind of a reddish orange type color. So $199. It's going to basically give you the ability to just have a really nice lightweight kind of year-round jacket for most of the elements while you guys are out there. So exciting to see some new offerings from Megabass in the jacket category. So that is the Wilderness Jacket, and by the way, it is full hood. When you zip it up, comes all the way up. So you can certainly use this like a rain jacket. If you're in a torrential downpour, you're still gonna want like a Pro Dry or like a Gore-Tex, something that's, you know, solely designed for that. But this is gonna be a better option if you're just kind of in and out, if you're walking a lot, if it's just kind of that variable, you know, there's some wind, there's some rain, you just need something nice and casual and stylish, this would be a really good jacket. So Wilderness Jacket, available now. By the way, sizes up to 3XL. These are Japanese sizing, so you're going to want to go 1 full size bigger than what you're used to. So if you're normally you know, a small like Jeff, you're probably going to want to go to a medium. If you're normally an XL or a 2XL like me, you're going to want to go to a 2XL or a 3XL, right? So just go up one full size and you'll be good, okay? Wilderness jacket, available now. All right, another jacket edition too from Megabass. This is the Megabass Blizzard jacket. Now, some of you made poor life choices and you live in places where you need super warm things. Again, could have come in handy over the last 2 weeks, literally snowing on us in Japan half of the trip. But this is going to be a super insulated, basically a puff jacket, but without the puff styling, kind of a cool, sleek, outdoorsy kind of styling. 3 different colors. So you've got the hot pepper here, you've got this really cool green, I'm into the green, it's got the kind of orange hit, purple logo, and then of course you've got the black as well. So this is going to be a highly insulated, you know, for your super cold temperatures. $249 on this, which is actually a really good price when you compare it to something like a Sims. Highly water resistant, windproof, super warm jacket from Megabass. The Blizzard jacket, also available now. All right, Jeff, how about a brand new offering from Raid Japan? We had the pleasure of hanging out with Raid Japan and Kanamori, the owner of Raid Japan, last week to learn all about the new products coming and how to fish them. And this is one that we spent a lot of time on in the tank and talking to him about. This is the brand new bluegill bait concept from Raid called the Hira Tailor. Now, Hira in Japan means flat, Tailor in Japan means flat, so essentially flat, okay? It is a 4.7 inch flat bluegill style bait. They're going to come 4 to a pack, by the way. Now, after speaking with Kanamori, he told us that he's a huge fan of, you know, bluegill style baits and baits like the bull flat, right? Bull flat, super popular. Jeff, you throw the bull flat a lot. I know me and Griff throw it a lot. What he was saying about the bull flat is that he loves the way it kind of spirals down on the fall. But what he doesn't love about the bull flat is that from a swimming standpoint, he prefers baits like a bellows gill or, you know, something that has more of a swimming action. So he wanted to kind of combine those concepts into one bait, which was the process behind the Hira Tailor. So what you see is you see a bait that is designed to have that same kind of spiral fall, but when you swim it, it's also going to have the ability to swim. So you're getting kind of the best of both worlds. Now, you've got a little harder plastic in the front, so you can rig it on a Texas rig, you can rig it on a free rig, on a Jika rig. They use it as a jig trailer a lot in Japan. Another thing, by creating this kind of spiralized, you know, or kind of skeleton type bait is, you know, a lot of times when you have like a bull flat and you have that big thick plastic, sometimes it's too much plastic around the hook. So this gives you the ability for that to kind of twist, and so the hookup ratio in theory should be much better on this than on a big solid chunk of plastic. He was telling us that he actually got his inspiration from this bait from eating, there's a style of meat that is cooked in Japan where they kind of cut it like this and then they kind of turn it like this and then they will grill it, and he thought that was really interesting, and so he turned it into a bait, and it ended up being a pretty cool concept. So it moves great in the water. Jeff, of all the ways that you saw it fished, how did you prefer it when you saw it in the tank?
I mean, I think a concept that we don't do here is throwing that style on a jig and strolling it. Strolling over there is very popular, but I'll leave the rest to Kanamori.
Okay.
For a video that we'll post this week.
Deal. So stay tuned. We did a really nice interview with him where he kind of breaks down all the different ways to rig it. So if you guys pick these up, we got you. We'll drop that video this week and show you all the insights. So some really good colors in here. I'm going to kind of walk through them with you. So this is Mina Gill. Let me just grab, I'll start from the beginning. There is Zaramisu, which is always kind of like a black and red with some brown. There's a smoked shrimp, kind of a nice natural pearl base. There's a dark cinnamon shad, which is, again, it's kind of a really nice natural all-around kind of bluegill type color. Scuppernong, kind of your reddish brown. Orange punch, which is kind of green pumpkin on one side and then kind of orange on the bottom. Aomisu, which is kind of black and blue and then a brown and then green pumpkin. Okay, so straightforward 4.7 inch. By the way, just to spec it out for you, they recommend using a 5/0 hook, whether you're in a Ryugi or a Gamakatsu or an owner. 5/0 fits it about perfect, or of course if you use it in jig trailer, it won't much matter. But there you go, the brand new Hira Tailor from Raid, available now. And then while we're on Raid, a couple of restocks just to let you guys know about. The Level Minnow Plus is back in all the colors. So if you guys have been waiting on any of these to arrive, this is a great chance to pick this up. The Level Minnow, killer bait, whether you're jerking it or just a straight retrieve. You can fish it like a crankbait or a jerkbait. Either way, it works great, but the plus version is kind of like the +1 of the group. We get down that 8 to 10 foot range. So all of those return. We also see a huge restock and some new color additions to the Level Crank. So Level Crank is designed to be a horizontal fishing crankbait. It's a slow sinking crankbait. So you can really control the depth. It's also going to come in at a horizontal pace. So instead of where most crankbaits kind of dive like this is going to stay in that horizontal range, and you can use the sinking rate to kind of control the depth. So really, really good crankbait, a fun one to use, new colors, and a restock in that from Raid. All right, Jeff, we had dinner the other day with our man over at Bass Puzzle, and he wanted to extend his gratitude for all the business that you guys have shown him on the grass piece. He is literally a one-man show, literally just round the clock cranking out as many grass pieces as he can for us to bring to you guys. So he's doing the best he can to try to find help and to find other ways to increase production. But for now, this is still a made by hand, completely by one guy operation. So we're doing the best we can to keep them supplied. This week we have 3 colors that we brought back in 1/2 ounce and 3/4 ounce. Those are the 2 main sizes that he does. So black blue is back, white is back, and smoke shad is back. So the 3 colors this week, they're gonna sell out again probably right away. So I didn't even post it yet on Instagram. I'm just letting you guys know first. So if you're watching, this is the time to scoop them up. If you're wondering which one to get, if you're new to the grass piece is a bait that is very similar and looks to a chatterbait, but it is designed a little bit differently. It can be burned, it can be slow rolled, it can be fished at different speeds. It can rip out of grass and cover much easier without clogging down. But the biggest thing the grass piece does is the way this blade is positioned and shaped, it allows the bait to have a shimmy fall. So after you rip it out of grass, or as you're burning it and you pause, then this blade will cause the bait to shimmy fall horizontally, and so it still maintains a swim even as it's sinking. Where most chatterbaits, you rip them out, if you pause, they just kind of flop down. This one, it'll rip out of grass, then it'll shimmy down. Highly effective. It comes with a big brittle hook on there, so big fish, heavy line, no problem. The 3/4 ounce also comes with the ability to add a additional weight or a treble hook or a stinger if you wanted to. The 3/4 ounce is going to fish very similar to like how a 1/2 ounce jackhammer would fish, and then the 1/2 ounce is going to fish very similar to how a like 3/8 to 1/2 ounce jackhammer would fish. So those are going to be the 2 main sizes. Sakamata shad's a great trailer if you can find Sakamata shads. Range roller would be another good one, especially when the big one comes out. That would actually be a really sick one. Hint, hint, that'll be coming soon. So I said range roller, but I meant fish roller. I think everybody knows what I'm saying. Maybe nobody knows what I'm saying, so let's just get to it. Grass piece, available, while supplies last, right now. All right, Jeff, let's jump over to Bottom Up, a new bait from Bottom Up. We have the brand new 5.5 inch Volup swimmer. So this is the official release of the new size in Volup swimmer. Now the Volup swimmer has been available in 2 other sizes up to now. I'm just going to show you a side by side. So there's a 3.3 inch, a 4.2 inch, and now a 5.5. That's a huge size difference, right? So now we're in a whole new category. I'm super stoked for this one because now we've got a bait that's a legit swim bait, I would say. So we weighed this when we were there, and I think it came out to just about an ounce, if I'm not mistaken, right? So the 5.5 Volup basically is taking all the same characteristics from the other smaller Volup sizes and bringing it into a full size, legit size, perfect timing for this time of the year where they absolutely smoke baits like this. Volup Swimmer, if you're not familiar with it, basically you're combining several ideas. The biggest thing is that triangular shape of the bait. It's got a much wider bottom than it does on top. That's going to allow it to maintain a shimmy fall on the paws. It also gives it an incredible body rock as it's moving. So you'll see as this thing comes through the water, the head shake on this larger size is like super exaggerated over, you know, any other bait really of this size. So while you have that tail kicking like you would expect from a paddle tail, now this is not designed to be a super big kick. It's designed to be almost like a lipless type movement where you're getting that, you know, head wobble and everything's kind of staying self-contained in a tight area. It's a super sick bait. We actually sat down with Calamara from Bottom Up and kind of picked his brain on all the different ways to rig this. So same thing that we just said on the Raid. We'll put that together here over the next, you know, week and a half or so and drop that for you guys too, so you guys can see exactly how they're fishing this thing. But basically designed to be fished weightless. So you can fish it weightless. You can fish it with a weighted hook. You can fish it as a trailer if you wanted to. You could fish it on a jig head. Any way that you would normally fish a paddle tail swim bait. But you're just going to get a tremendous amount of kick and head shake out of this guy. I think you guys are going to catch a ton of fish on it. Kind of fly through the colors. There's, you know, some obvious, you know, white and shad type colors. There's some bluegill patterns in here. There's some shiner type colors. There's some, you know, green pumpkin type colors. So everything's kind of covered in here. So I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. That's the new Volup Swimmer from Bottom Up. Those are available now. All right, staying on Bottom Up for a minute, we released some new colors in the Scooper Frog Daddy a couple weeks ago. Those same colors now are going to trickle down into the Scooper Frog Magnum. Okay, so this is the largest version of the Scooper Frog. These are their new two-tone colors like Magma. There's a cool shad pattern one in here. There's a new green pumpkin pearl. So basically it's just combining, instead of just being that single tone that it's been up to now, it's just giving you a nice two-tone option and some new color options. And if I can ever open the package, there we go. There you go. So it's just giving you that new kind of two-tone color palette. Some really nice color options. Scooper Frog Magnum, it's an elastomer style plastic, so incredibly durable. It really has an amazing action to it. So designed to be a topwater frog, so as you pull it, it kicks and has, you know, this perfect kind of like frog kick that you would expect from a frog. But they fish it a lot in Japan as a jig trailer, wobble head type style, jig trailer type style, even on a short leader drop shot, and it looks unbelievable in the water like that. Were you shocked how good it actually looked when we fished it in the water like that, Jeff?
I've been obsessed since. I was trying to find the exact secret jig head, wobble head thing that they've been using. Couldn't find it anywhere in Japan.
Right.
So I've been obsessed of like, I need to find this head so I can fish this bait.
Yeah, so you want to hear a funny story about that?
Talk to me.
So I finally couldn't stand it anymore. Jeff and I literally went to like 50 stores trying to find the secret wobble head that they're using. Yeah, he goes, oh yeah, we should have told you. They don't make that anymore. That's why we're going to make it next year. So after all that, that's a non-existing wobble head. So Bottom Up's going to do their own thing. Basically, it's a wobble head. But we were so obsessed with how it looked, we wanted to find the exact one. Yeah, so we wasted a week.
Well, the head was different.
It was kind of like a cone shape, almost, yeah. But
oh well.
Anyways, use whatever you can use. I will tell you, 11 gram was like the magic size. So because this is so buoyant and this is elastomer, you need to kind of balance the floatability of this with the weight of whatever you're going to use. So that 11 grams, so if you're gonna put this on a jig, on a wobble head, on, you know, however you're gonna do it, 11 gram was like the magical size. 14 gram also works, but as you start getting lighter than 11, if you go to like 9 or 7, then the bait almost floats the weight up because there's so much elastomer. So keep that in mind. I think you guys will catch a ton of fish on this if you haven't implemented it already, whether you use it on top water or subsurface. So there you go, Scooper Frog Magnum.
We also have a video coming out with Conor demonstrating this, and you will be shocked by the results.
Okay, there you go. Man, so many teasers in this video.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that as well. But those are available now. All right, some new colors also this week from Bottom Up in the Bull's Hog Daddy. So some really nice, good crawfish imitation colors in this. Bull's Hog Daddy, kind of a very similar size to like a Dolive Beaver 3.5 inch. So the Bull's Hog Daddy would be more like the traditional size, I would say. The difference is you'll notice with most bottom-up plastics that they're all designed to have kind of a side-to-side movement versus an up and down. So you notice the groove on the paddle here. This is to prevent, instead of the bait kind of having this style motion, it's designed to have this real tight motion. I wish I could make the same sound effects as the bottom-up guys do, but it's kind of like a I don't know, something like that. I know I just slaughtered it. But they built them all to kind of have a nice natural, you know, movement side to side that more closely mimics what a natural movement of a fish does. So it might be a good addition when they want something just a little less intrusive. New colors are all super natural, very nice and clean. So I think you will enjoy. Green pumpkin candy color is nice. So there you go, new colors in that. And then a couple weeks ago, we also launched some new colors in the Beeble. At the time, we only had it in 1/2 ounce. Now the 3/8 ounce size are available too. So there's a new Pro Blue color, a new Shiner color, new Bluegill color. And these are available in both a double willow and a tandem willow. So there you go, Beebles are available now. All right, Jeff, I just need to talk about this to get it out of my head. Owner range rollers are back.
You mean fish roller?
Don't stop killing me. All right, Owner range rollers are back in all the sizes you guys have been looking for, specifically like the 3/0 sizes. They're back in the 1/0 sizes as well. So the range roller, you know, the two most popular heads for strolling are the range roller and the Horizon Head LG. Those are the two that everybody's using. Everybody in Japan uses, everybody here is pretty much using. Of course, there's 9 gazillion possible options that you can do, but you know, you ain't strolling if you ain't using a range roller or Horizon Head LG. Right. So there you go. Range roller designed specifically for strolling. You see the lead kind of comes up high on that line tie. So if you rig it with the correct bait, like a Sakamata shad, which is what most people are using, or you know, maybe one of the new secret fish rollers that are coming, then it's going to have that beautiful ability to turn side to side, so that bait is getting that nice side to side flashing as you're strolling it. So all 3/0 sizes are back in that. That's available now. And then while we're talking about strolling, this was something that I brought in per your request, Jeff. The non-salt Deathadder from Deps. Now, why did you want me to bring this in?
Right now, on Lake Biwa, this is the #1 mid-strolling lure on Lake Biwa.
Okay.
Now, it's very important that you get the non-salt version. The non-salt version is basically going to be a lot more buoyant in the water. So when you're pairing it on a light jig head, you can fish this from shore, which is really how they do it, in shallow water. And it's got a great little tail flicker in the back, and they rig it basically that exact same way that he's holding it, where it's not flat, but it's standing tall, right? So once you rig it like that, it has a great rolling action. It's got a little tail flick, and so it's very natural presentation. And the way that they fish it is for the Wakasagi eaters. Most Wakasagi are in that 4 to 6 inch range. not a whole lot of movement on the Wakasagi.
Yep.
So the little tail flick that this gives off is just absolutely killer. And guys in Japan, they catch 10, 11, 12 plus pound fish on this bait.
Yep.
So it's a killer that nobody over here has fished, but they've been fishing that bait now over there for probably 4.5 years now.
Yeah.
So it's a cool one, and I definitely want to give it a shot here in the States.
Yeah. So we're just discovering all the strolling secrets, I would say, right? So this is one that's definitely kind of slid under the radar, because I would say the majority of our strolling info is kind of coming from tournament results. So, lately it's been Sakamata shads. By the way, if you guys are looking for Sakamata shads, in theory, we should have them next weekend. By the way, next weekend is our classic edition. Tons of crazy, cool things coming during that edition. But in theory, Sakamatas should be back next week. But this is a good alternative to a Sakamata if strolling is what you're after. And again, just to paraphrase what Jeff was talking about, you can certainly use the salted version of the Deathadder and stroll with this. Okay, so if you want faster strolling, you could use the regular salted version. But if you want slower strolling, where you can get that bait to really slowly move and not start sinking while it's doing it, that's the importance of going with a non-salt version, or a less salt version. So if that speaks to you guys, the non-salt Deathadder, those are available now, and it's kind of cool to have that because it's a little bit bigger profile too. Yeah. So I think you guys will catch a ton of fish on it. Those are available now. All right, staying with that non-salt idea, we also get a big restock and some new color additions to the non-salt bull flat. Okay, so these are going to be in the 3/8 and the 4/8 size. Basically the same idea here. I guess you could stroll this, no problem. Yeah. Especially, I mean, we learned so much about strolling with a jig this week in a bluegill trailer. So you can do that for sure. But I know most of you guys use this as a free rig bait. So by implementing the non-salt, it's just going to give it a little bit more hang time. It's going to have a slower fall. So it just gives you a different look. So a bunch of cool colors in this. The non-salt also makes the colors clearer. So the salt kind of gives them a more of a milky, cloudy look. This will make them a little bit more transparent, so it shifts the color a little bit more on the clear side, which could help you as well. So non-salt bull flats back in stock. And then we also see a return to the Deps back slide or back glide bait, the bull slide. So do you say back slide or back glide? Back glide. I say back glide.
Back glide.
But in Japan they say back slide. I don't know why. Maybe we should teach them. It's back glide, if you're listening. All right, so here you go. The bull slide from Deps. Basically, it's a bull flat designed to glide back. So you can rig it backwards and it will glide under cover, under docks, all that kind of stuff. So those are back from Deps as well. All right, and then to round out Deps, we see a pretty big restock in the Deps B Custom and the B Custom Mini Bros spinnerbaits return from Japan this week. B Custom was actually Deps' first bait. We've talked about this before. Still known as the staple spinnerbait for like offshore structure fishing and fishing, brush piles and wood and that kind of stuff. Still the #1 spinnerbait in Japan for doing that. Kind of on the expensive side, but if that structure type spinnerbait fishing is what you do, it's probably worth implementing. It just has a way to come through the brush, unlike any other spinnerbait. So there you go. All kinds of colors and sizes from 1/2 ounce, 5/8, 3/4 return. The Mini Bro is just going to be a downsized, smaller version of that. So those are back from Deps. We also see the Bumble head return from Deps. This is a great swim bait head. You can utilize it on the Bumble shad, which is from Deps, but you could utilize it on any paddle tail swim bait that you like, and you're going to get that nice kind of horizontal shimmy fall style motion out of it. So the Bumble head's also back this week. All right, jump over to OSP really quick, Jeff, while I still have a voice.
Yeah.
Okay. Apologize. Too much partying.
No Orion.
Yeah, no Orion. So, speaking of, cheers, my friends. Happy Sunday. I'm embarrassed for you, Jeff. You can't cheers with water. new colors in the OSP Asura jerkbait. These are in the Asura II Suspend. In total, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 new colors in the Asura. Pretty huge upgrade in colors. I'm holding the 3 that were also released in the Varuna last week. So new matte color, delicious wakasagi, real ikawa. There's also some really cool, like some reddish colors, some pink ladies, different things. So the Asura is just a great all-around kind of downsizing jerkbait. It's 92 centimeters, 8.4 grams, so it's in between a quarter and a 3/8, but it has 3 hooks, which is really, really nice when the fish are kind of lazy, not super committal. Pretty rare to have a small bait like this with 3 hooks, so it's a staple for a lot of us. So new colors in the Asura, those are available from OSP. We also get a restock of the Asura EX DR. So these have been flying out of here. This is the deep diving version of the Asura. Really the only thing similar to it is the length, right? It's a different body shape, it's a different bill shape, but the Asura EX DR is designed for that kind of 12 to 15 foot dive on, you know, traditional like 10 or 12 pound, but a lot of guys have been using this on 6, 7, and 8 pound, getting it down, you know, past 20 foot. So you've got tons of capability here with this. The Asura EX DR goes to 2 hooks, right, just to kind of suspend it out there. But tons of good colors. Those are back this week from OSP. And then finally from OSP, we see a big resupply in the overrides. Okay, so all sizes, all colors are back in this guy. I know a lot of you guys are still kind of in the middle of your blade bait season, or maybe it starts, you know, right after ice out, or, you know, during some of the colder weather. So if you're looking for a good all-around super versatile blade bait, the override's a great one. So all sizes, and there's some light ones all the way down to an 1/8 up to a 1/2. So really good options there, from shad colors to gold colors to red colors. Those are back from OSP. All right, Jeff, let's end with some rods and reels. Let's talk about rods really quick.
Okay.
Some restocks to let you guys know about. So the Raid Gladiator anti-line of rods has been flying out of here, and specifically their spinning rods. A lot of guys have gone to these as their strolling rods. So they've been evaporating. We finally got them back in, so I'm just letting you guys know. So this is the Sidekick. This is their newest one. It's the 6-7 Light Plus spin. It's got just kind of the perfect action for the stroll, right? So what a lot of guys like about this one is that it's not a carbon tip. So, you know, some guys are a little bit afraid of the carbon tip. We'll get into that in another episode. But this gives you just that light action on the tip and then power in the butt section. So that guy is back. We also get the spin border, which is the 6.5 medium spin. This has become kind of our #1 rod. It's almost like a light wind buster in a way. But for, you know, strolling some of those larger, like the, you know, 3/0 range roller with a 5-inch Sakamata, you know, still weighs like half an ounce, right? It's not a super easy bait to use. So those are back in stock. Also the Defender, which is a 6.3 light spinning. So this will be a better one for like super lightweight stuff. This is back in stock. And then on the casting side, the Diffuser is back. The Joker is back, which is kind of the go-to. It's a 610 medium cast. It's more of a parabolic, so you could use it as a jerkbait, topwater, you know, small crankbait style rod. Those return this week from Raid. On the spinning reel side, we have 3 different options this week in very limited quantities of some Daiwa Exist SLP'd out reels. Okay, so I'm going to show you the 3 options.
Okay.
I know you hear Exist in SLP and you know it's going to be beautiful, right?
No
All right,
way.
so we have a couple of the 3000. It looks dope, right?
Oh my god.
So this is actually considered gold and black. Okay, so this will be the 3000 gold and black. So it's going to come with the gold and black SLP spool, the full bar stock aluminum gold and black handle, and the cork grip on there. Looks disgusting. That is on a Exist LT 3000D body by the way, so it's going to shallow the spool up a little bit, so you don't need quite the big spool. So super sexy there. There's also the, we're going to call this black on black. Okay, so this is the black on black, so the SLP black on black spool, bar stock aluminum black, and with just a little bit of gold there, and then the SLP paddle handle on there, so it's going to sit with extra bearings versus the traditional Daiwa one. So just super sexy. And this is a slightly 5mm longer handle, so it's going to give you a little bit more smoothness and a little bit more power on there, just that little extra length, which is kind of nice. So there's that one. And then for your 2500 size guys, there's a gold and black option as well. So it's that same kind of gold and black SLP spool, the bar stock aluminum handle, and then it's that coated kind of Japanese cork inspired grip there as well in the 2500. And those are going to be in the LT and the PC LT 2500D, just so you guys know. Okay, so 3 different options there from SLP and Daiwa. Limited quantities always, so if it speaks to you, go ahead and scoop them up. Those are available now. Yeah, I mean, you tell me that doesn't look perfect. The black and gold. Oh, disgusting. With just that little bit of cork hit. Oh, it's disgusting. Oh, it feels so good too. All right, see, this could be yours.
This could be yours.
All today. All right, guys, that is a wrap for us today. Jeff, do you have a favorite? I know you're playing with the spin board over there. I'm assuming that's your favorite thing that we talked about today, the SLP reel and the spin board. Okay, that was easy. How about baits? Anything stand out to you today?
Well, my Deathadder.
Deathadder. Okay. All right. Well, I'm curious what you guys thought was the coolest thing that we talked about today. Drop it down below. I just like to know. And of course, if you guys have questions on anything that we covered, from rigging to how to use it to colors or anything, drop it down below and I will definitely get answers for you guys. Jeff will, as always, leave links to the products. You guys can check them out. And as always, guys, on behalf of myself and Jeff and Griff and everybody here at the Hookup Tackle, guys, thank you for your business. Thank you for giving us time on your Sunday mornings and putting up with our shenanigans. I promise you by next week my voice won't sound so terrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
It got worse.
I'm gonna get. It's been getting worse and worse. Yeah. A little Orion. I'll heal up. We'll be back to normal. See, I'm just out of sync with. I mean, nothing against Yingling. It's great, but it's
you didn't have Orion in Japan too.
I know.
I'm on like
I'm like in detoxing. I don't know what to do. I'm
withdrawal.
I'm gonna have to go right now. Actually. All right. That's it for me. Peace out, guys. Go hug your family. Go catch a big fish this weekend. Enjoy whatever you pick up this weekend, and we will see you guys next week for our special Bassmasters Classic episode. We're not going to the Classic. We're just going to make it cool for all you that aren't going as well. We got some really special limited drops for you guys for next week. So enjoy. Peace out. See you guys next week. Bye.